13 through 18. In first place, Evelyn Calkins from Carpinteria High School. Second, Kate Ackerman. Third, Delilah Santiso. Honorable mentions, Casey Kramer, Paula Garcia Torres, Richard Ramirez. And an honorable mention for William Skidmore of Riviera Ridge School. Our essay winners, ages 13 through 18. First place, Husna Balaven. Second, Alexa Seja. And in third place, Luisa Martinez.
Congratulations.
And I'd like to welcome our first place poetry winner, Evelyn Calkins, to read her poem.
Alrighty, this is my poem, Growing a Garden of Hope. In a world where silence often reigns, where the voice of kindness is drowned by pains, let us rise as one with hearts so bold to weave a tapestry of compassion untold. In every small act, love's echo sounds. In laughter and kindness, joy is found. From family to friends, in our community's heart, together we thrive, each playing a part. As Dr. King said, greatness is found in lifting each other, in standing our ground, not just in grand gestures, but in daily care, in listening and sharing, in being aware. So let's plant the seed of justice and peace in gardens of hope. May our actions increase. For our earth is our home, let's set the pace. Let's nurture it kindly for all human race. Let this be our pledge, our promise, our song, to stand for each other, to right every wrong. For in shining light, we find our true way. Together, let's serve, today and each day. Thank you.
First place. Thank you. Our first place essay winner, Husna Balaven.
Just months ago, stepping out of the war room. Just months ago, I woke up to the news of Israel's retaliatory strikes on Iran. A grim reminder of the endless cycle of conflict that keeps unfolding in our world. Although there have been countless brutal attacks on other places, this one left me with a familiar tightness in my chest. A mix of dread, anger, and helplessness took me back to a day I wish I could often forget. I was 8 years old on another family trip to Tehran, visiting a war museum. This wasn't like the museums I had been to now being older. There was no glass or tape separating us from the displays. Instead, the exhibitions pulled us right in, inviting us to experience the scene. It was quiet and empty, except for me and my dad, who led me through the aisles of tanks, faded photographs, and descriptions in Farsi, which he couldn't read. And I wasn't interested, honestly. I was bored, tired, and I was ready to leave. But then I heard a familiar sound. I heard a school bell. I remember pulling my father toward a mock classroom, drawn to the neat rows of the desks and the echo of the bell. But suddenly, a bomb exploded over the speakers. Sirens blared, children screamed, pierce the air as sharp and as jarring as glass sounds when it shatters and hits the floor. It wasn't just a simulation. It felt like an intrusion to me. I stood there, heart racing, angry at my father for taking me there, but mostly angry that such memories even exist. War, even a reenacted version of it, has a way of shaking you. I was shaken, and I was distraught. At 15 now, I find myself living the same simulation from the outside, following news updates on my phone as bombs drop on homes that feel like my own. But this isn't about taking sides. This is about breaking cycles. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. warned us that violence never brings permanent peace. He called it a descending spiral that only seeks to destroy. Yet here we are. We're witnessing the same spiral play out across borders and generations. King's words echo in my mind. Wars are poor chisels for carving out peaceful tomorrows. When King preached nonviolence, he wasn't suggesting that we accept injustice. On the contrary, nonviolence is about actively confronting injustice with a moral power that is stronger than any missile. It's about staying firm, not with weapons, but with the words, and an unwavering commitment to peace. True peace, as King said, is not merely the absence of tension, it is the presence of justice. We often think of war as a way to assert power, but the cost is always human life. And while war does not seem to only unite people, it violently divides others, leaving behind empty homes with now empty people and empty lives. The earth absorbs the blood without distinction, regardless of who drew the last missile or fired the missile or drew the last order. If there's one thing that day in Tehran has taught me, it's that war doesn't just destroy buildings or landscapes. It destroys what King called the beloved community, a vision of humanity bound together by justice and heart. He believed that hate cannot drive out hate, but only love can do that. He believed that love is the only thing that can break the cycle. I still see that classroom in my mind's eye, an empty shell stripped of its innocence. A classroom of students not bonded by their passions, but by their collect fear. Maybe that's the real challenge King left us with. Not to step out of the war room, but to step in, to have empathy and to open our hearts out to those who are suffering, whether that's a local group or the human community. To put yourself in the shoes of a child stepping into a war room, into a classroom, and out of a war room. Thank you.
Wow.